Okay, well, hello folks. How you doing? Day straight after the big Telford model show, and yep, I've got it in my hands. So this is, or will be, the brand new mould Eduard Tempest Mk5 Series 1 PROFIPACK kit in 1/48. Kit officially isn't actually coming out for a little while yet. But they brought 200 only to Telford for first come, first served. I managed to grab one, so I thought it best to get the review up on YouTube as quickly as possible before the kit officially comes out. And yeah, make you all aware. So, starts off with a bit of a history lesson. Eduard originally boxed a Tempest Mk5 some while back. It was one of their very, very first kits, some 20 years ago. It was a great kit, bit of a challenge, typical of a short-run kit. You could make it into a pretty decent kit, however. There were some issues with the fuselage length between this sort of area here, but we've been told it's all sorted now, as this is a whole brand new one. So, straight away, box art from, of course, the famous Mr. Tooby. Also does all the epic stuff for, of course, the famous Roland Beaumont machine, tipping a V1. On the side here, we've got 6 options, so 2 for Roland Beaumont, one from June 44, another one from June 44, another one from June 44, April, and New Church in May. Kit number is 82121. Fairly typical boxing round here. On the other side there, again, the usual safety information. So let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Excited. Right, so straight away, let's grab the instructions and start taking a look. So, first of all, of course, we have the basic intro there. So talking about how, of course, it originally started as a development of the Typhoon. We have straight away many parts that won't be used for this boxing. There's another boxing coming later on in the new year for the Series 2, and I believe there is a Royal Edition coming as well, which, well, let's be honest, as everyone knows, if they do a Royal Edition, I will be getting it and I will be showing you all. So, yeah, plenty of parts there for the Series 2 option. Again, for the cleverer amongst us, you know which parts to use. So starting off with a multi-part chair with the padded rest. We've got optional etch foot pedals. We've got various different options, of course, for the instrument panel, whether or not you want to go for basic kit part, blank part with decals, or blank part with it's just a completely different one with etch. Footboards all there, lovely. We're then going into building up the cage around the seat for the rest of the cockpit. That all looks like it's going to be delightful. We've got, of course, etch our belts. I'll go into more of that later. Got several part radiator all going together. That's going in. Cockpit's all going in, and tail wheel bay. We've got a couple of little options here as well, depending on which the details inside the cockpit. Then we're starting with the wings, so building up the wheel wells. Slowly working our way down there, some more smaller details going in, and stiffen the plates and so on there, and then upper wings going on. Right, now this bit, of course, this is where the wings actually meet the fuselage. This was one of the problems with the original kit. So the resin cockpit that they had fouled with the bottom, and it caused all sorts of problems. So again, glad to see a new mould kit here. We've got separate rudder and tail surfaces, again some tiny little details going on there. Then we've got an extra piece going in over the top to eliminate any dodgy seams for the inside of the cockpit. Kind of like a sort of F1 style driver aid there. Tail wheel all going together and then going in. Tail wheel doors. Cannon sections going in. Then we've got main wheels and main undercarriage. Of course, very tough system going on there because of smaller details, landing lights and so on going on. Checker course display. And then we've got some tinier details here. We've got stiffening plates going on just there. Look like they're all made of PE, so there'll be a lovely sharp detail just there. And then finally we've got the canopy going on. Canopy frame is actually a plastic part and then a clear part there, so that should make life easier painting that. That huge, massive 4-blade propeller going on. More stiffening parts. And then it's into painting and masking, which of course the mask is with the kit. So, marking options, he says. So we've got a 486 Squadron example from April 44 with the Kiwis, with the original identification stripes. As early on, of course, the Typhoons and Tempest do tend to get mixed up with Focke from the 90s. We've got the first option from the famous Roland Beaumont. Again, V1 Ace and later Test Pilot, here from April 44. We've got a 3 Squadron option from May 44. Looks like we've got quite a... again, talking about the V1s there. Quite smart one. Nice one if you don't want to do the stripes. We've got Roland Beaumont's later machine in June 44. This, of course, now switching to proper invasion stripes. Famous yellow nose. We've got another invasion striped option here. Another one from 486 Squadron from June 44. Now with invasion stripes, is that the same one? SFA? Nope. Then we've got another 3 Squadron option from June 44 with the invasion stripes. So, liking them, lots of options, and yeah, stencil options after that. Okay. Let's have a look at the plastic. So, first up, we've got 2 bags. I don't know if these are going to be individually wrapped from the production option, but most of it is in one bag here. Again, I'm not going to say too much this time round because I know that we're in a massive hurry to get us our options out, so very carefully, because this is where all the small ports are. Make sure nothing falls out. Okay, so straight away, first sprue we have the wings, and invariably they look absolutely sublime. I really can't. I mean, there's no flash on these whatsoever. They're crisp. They're beautiful. I mean, the cannon humps there are ridiculously sharp. And covered in our riveting detail all the way across. Looking absolutely sublime. Cannon shoots are already knocked out. So, you know, just paint black on the other side and away you go. And again, that looks perfect. On the inside, we've got a couple of big ejection points here and here. But I'm fairly sure they can be removed. I'm actually looking at the shape of them. I wonder if they're on purpose. I'm not too sure if they are, you know. I'm not too sure if they're actually designed on purpose to make sure this part's strong here. We've got a couple of others though. But all well out of the way. And easy to clean up, make sure there's no nothing getting in the way. So we're loving that. We've got this sprue here, which contains a lot of parts we're not using. Some rockets on here, which are for later parts. The wheels look nice, but a little bit boring. I know there's going to be some aftermarket ones later. We've got the Dunlop written on them. They're not weight on, so they're touch disappointing. Multi-part, so again, easy to paint. And we've got those very, very thin frames for the cockpit. Be very, very careful cutting those off. Rockets look nice though. They'll be good for the later options. We've got some very, very small parts just here. So the tiny, tiny parts, that focus, which all look beautifully sharp. Be very careful getting them off the sprue, but they're looking superb. Little step there. The guy to get in. We've got various instrument panel options in different parts there. There, sorry. Must remember where the camera is. Parts for the radiator. We've got the exhausts here, however, they are not hollowed out. Again, I believe that resin ones will be available. They weren't available at Telford by the time I got them on Sunday, but again, they will be available via launch. And I believe some of the people who are lucky enough to get in early on Saturday got some, so I hate you. No, I don't hate you, but I'm jealous. We've got some of the larger parts here. We've got these two huge propellers, again, for the different options of early or late. We've got some lovely detail on the inside of the... is that an injection mark? Or is that where the leg's going to go down? We have got a rather nasty injection mark there, though. Tail parts, again, more doors. Try and get that to focus, come on. There we go. With some lovely riveting detail on. And now we've got with loads of riveting detail all over that, so that's looking good. Got the big noses, and that's that like section for above the cockpit. So that's looking good. We like that. Clear parts we'll come back to in a moment. We've got the fuselage parts. Which look beautiful, let's be honest here. Again, brilliantly sharp. One of them has managed to get damaged though in transit, which is a bit of a shame. But we've got some beautiful riveting all over this. We've got combinations of raised and like all the way down this centre section. This is all very, very raised and sharp, but then these are all and then we've got raised again further up. So mixture of both, depending on where applicable. Liking that. Yeah, that is nearly off the sprue. I might take that off in a bit. We've got a bit of detail on the inside of the tail wheel and in the cockpit. Again, we've got a couple of ejection marks there, but you're not going to see them after everything goes in. So they look stunning. I'm loving that. Hear that? You hear that sharp detail. We've got the decals. Now, again, I believe they are printed by Cartograph, so I'm not going to pull them out. But they look pretty beautiful, pretty sharp. We know that they're going to be good, let's be honest, but I'll go on, I will. This one. Okay. There we go. That's the decals there. Slightly shiny. A lot of stencil detail there. Again, we've got different options for the instrument panel if you prefer. Pretty simple, but looking real good. Put them to one side there for now. We've got the clear parts. You always forget them. In this funky Eduard style round. And they look about as beautiful as you could possibly hope. That main piece is absolutely crystal clear. That looks stunning. Got smaller parts for landing lights and so on, and the front part, which takes up part of the frame as well. So that's pretty cool. Liking them. Beautiful. He says. Right, then we've got the mask set, which speaks for itself, and also the etch, which of course is their raison d'etre from our Eduard. So we've got the strengthening plates there, the straps, and the various different bits for the instruments there. What I don't actually see, curiously, is a piece for the front of the radiator. So I think I might have to go back and take a quick look at the radiator itself. But again, I imagine there's probably going to be an advanced set for the people who want to go completely mad. Now, so far so good. Absolutely loving this. Beautiful. But there's more. As also at Telford, they also released some of their optional extras. So I want to look at those as well. Now, first of all, is this here. Now, this is something that has divided opinion, shall we say. This is one of their look sets. So far, they've only done these in larger scales, and they're now moving down into the smaller scales. So what we have here is a fully completed, fully colour, fully sharp, resin drop-in instrument panel. So no using the decals, no using the etch, no using anything. Just trim it off this, pop it in, done. It also actually comes with the steel versions of the straps as well, which I think I would probably prefer. They're supposed to be thinner than the normal etch. Now, I will personally not judge here whatsoever. If you think this is the best thing to go, maybe you're not too happy using photo etch, etc., then go for it. Go for it. If you think this isn't real modelling and this is just construction, then again, by all means, get stuck in with one of the other options. But I just love how Eduard give you those choices. So yeah, that would look absolutely beautiful for the people who perhaps don't feel so confident using one of the other options. But it does, it looks stunning. And I managed to grab hold of one of the options there, which is gun bays. So this is part of their Brazin range. And this will be basically a small kit all of its own as per norm. So first of all, we have the instructions just here. So we have both gun bays. We have instructions here for building up the pieces here, and then the base of it there made out of etch. We've then got resin ammo chutes going in, and more of the base, and across our piece fitting there. Oh, breakdown, sorry, on the back. Just like the main kit, all of the colours are all worked out in Mr. Metal and Mr. Colour. And then on the second piece here, we have, we have cutting the section out of the wing. Please note, on the other side of the wing, they didn't score that for you, so this will be a something for the advanced users. Now, again, actually, we've got specific. This is quite interesting because we've got a specific part here that says trim away that little part, but don't normally trim the whole thing away. So again, I've got a feeling that's actually a strengthening part. Main guns going in, a bit of plumbing. Main gun on the other side and a bit of plumbing, and then actually installing in the wing with the etch, edging and panels, building up the gun bay covers to drop in place over the top, so no one will be any the wiser of the stunning detail that's within. So we'll take a look. We've got a rather nice foam insert keeping everything happy. We have the main bays themselves, which appear to be cast in one piece. I'll take one out and take a look. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. 1 minute. There we go. So, pretty damn lovely, to be fair. Again, there's going to be loads more detail going on over the top of this. Try to get into focus, there we go. And it's all cut and shaped already, so just need to trim away from this line here, or this extra bit here underneath, with the lines just need to be trimmed away, and that'll go on straight away. So happy with that. We have another small bag here with more resin pieces in, including, what have we got here? Try and get this open. Come on, I've got time for you. There we go. Right, so we've got replacement doors, which again have that fantastic riveting detail on. Here we are. More pieces. Go on, focus. There we go. More doors, more lovely riveting. And again, there. Looking nice. We've got these pieces here, which again are going to replace where the humps are. They look just as good as in the plastic, which I imagine they would. But of course they have detail on the inside as well, unlike the plastic part. Some much smaller parts just there. Okay, drop those back in there as carefully as I can. I've got a lot more here. There we go. Then we have another bag. I assume actually the cannons themselves. Okay, so we've got the cannons themselves, which look predictably stunning. Try to get them so the light hits, so you get the shadow as well, but they look great. We've got these beautiful ammo chutes just here. Those are ridiculously sharp. Again, once painted up, you would never know they're not separate pieces, all inside. That's again, same again. Ammo chutes. And the other, I need to stop hitting this with my head. The other gun there. And then we've got the etch, of which there's quite a bit. He tries to put them all back in here for safekeeping. So yeah, I mean, I love how obviously you could go for 1, 2. You know, I mean, there's enough stuff in here obviously to do both. But yeah, I'm right. I'm not going to pull these out because it really does speak for itself. But that's basically the base section that you're building up on top of, and then smaller edge parts for the doors, etc. So again, for the advanced modeler, if they want to go even further, they can. That then is kit number 648419, the Tempest Mk5 gun bays from the Breslin range. So I'm going to keep that in there actually, I think. Shall I? Will it fit? Let's find out. Overall, I'll just pop those back in there for now. Brand new release. I know plenty of people are excited for it. So yeah, brand new release to replace the old mould from 20 years ago. Couldn't recommend it more. Looks absolutely fantastic. So when this comes out, when the Series 2 comes out, and when the the Royal Edition comes out, I heartily recommend you all go out and buy your chosen version of the boxing. Until next time, like, comment, share, and yeah, go get yourself one as soon as you can. Looks fantastic. See you later, folks. Take care.